Hi guys! Today's practice is going to be strong and stretchy. We are going to be focusing on the hamstring flexibility. We are going to add some twists, some positions to open the hips, and we are going to work with a lot of core compressions and hip joints compressions. So again, strong and bendy. And we are going to start in a seated position on the mat. So make your way into any seat, the seat of your choice, either with the legs crossed or on the shins. Close your eyes and give yourself a few moments to land on the mat. Centering yourself, grounding yourself. Notice the lower back and see if you can create even more space in the lumbar spine. Then shift the awareness to the mid-back. Find even more length there. And then the upper back. Open the chest, gently pulling the shoulders to the back and down. Make sure that the neck is aligned with the rest of the spine and the head is stacked on top of the spine. Feel the hands resting on the thighs, the warmth in between the hands and the thighs. And start connecting to the breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Knowing that you can stay here longer, and when you feel ready, opening the eyes and placing the feet on the mat in front of you. Hands under the knees, inhale, long spine, and then as you exhale, round the back body, chin to the chest. Inhale, arch the back, lift the tailbone, belly towards the thighs, and exhale, round the back body, chin to the chest. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, round the back body, chin to the chest. Inhale, open the chest, arch the back, lift the tailbone, slide the shoulder blades together, and exhale, round the back body. And then walk the hands down the thighs. Extend the left leg on the mat. Pull the right knee to the chest, extend the right arm to the right, and with the left hand guide the right knee across the body. Turn the face to the right and ground the right shoulder blade on the mat. The right knee doesn't have to touch to the mat, so think of grounding the right shoulder blade and at the same time guiding the right knee towards the floor. Relax the neck. Inhale. And exhale. And then roll on your back, pulling the right knee to the chest. And we are just going to switch to the other side. Bend the left knee, extend the right leg, extend the left arm to the left, and with the right hand guide the left knee across the body. Find a spinal twist. Turning the head to the left Inhale and exhale. And then one more time, roll on your back. Pull the right knee to the chest. And then rock up, making your way into a seated position. Extend the arms in front of you with the palms facing towards each other. Scoop the abs, so C-scoop in the lower abs, just tilting the pelvis. Pull the knees to the chest, lifting the toes from the mat, and either lift the shins so they are parallel to the mat, or extend the legs completely. Find your Navasana. We start firing up the core. Now pull the shoulders to the back, energizing through the fingers. Keep the chest open. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhalation. And then as you exhale, lower the feet to the mat. Extend the legs in front of you on the mat and place the hands next to the hips. Fingers are pointing to the back. And then start walking the hands to the back of the mat, to the back of the room, keeping the hands as wide as the shoulders. And when you find the depth of this position, make sure that you're not locking the elbows. And then lift the chest. Opening through the shoulders, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Keep lifting the chest, and if there's any sensation in your elbows, then you can walk the hands a bit closer to the body. One more inhale, lift the chest even more, and one more exhalation. And now start walking the hands towards the body, underneath the shoulders. The fingers are pointing to the front of the mat. If you want, you can also step the hands slightly to the back, as we are going to make our way into a reversed plank. So inhale here, and then as you exhale, squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips from the mat, open the chest, slide the shoulder blades towards each other, and keep lifting the chest. The toes are reaching for the mat. If it feels comfortable, drop the head to the back and hold here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly release the hips to the mat. Point the left fingers to the back of the mat. The left hand is in the center of the mat. Drop the lateral side of the left foot and inside of the right foot to the mat. And then big circular movement with the right arm. Make your way into a side plank. So side plank on the left hand. The right fingers are reaching up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower the hips to the mat. Right hand comes to the space behind you. Fingers are pointing to the back of the mat. Drop the feet to the right and then inhale. Lift the hips, extend the left arm above the head. Engaging the right oblique, feeling the shortening of this space in between the lower ribs and the right hip bone. Inhale. And then as you exhale, release the hips to the mat. Support yourself with the hands next to the hips, and then cross the ankles in front of you. Easy sit. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand on the left knee, look behind the left shoulder. The crown of the head is reaching up. The left hand is just helping you to grow tall from the base of the spine. Don't pull the chin too close to the chest, but also don't lift it too high. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, come back through center, arms above the head. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand behind you, inhale, long spine. And then as you exhale, look behind the right shoulder. Sliding the right shoulder blade towards the midline of the body, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, as if you were rinsing a wet towel. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhalation, come back through center, arms above the head. And then as you exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Step the knees to the back. Tuck the toes under and find your plank. Inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. The feet are as wide as the hip bones. Palms flat on the mat. Either add some movement or stay still. External rotation of the shoulders. Keep guiding the belly towards the thighs. Inhale. And then exhale, start walking the hands to the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, belly towards the thighs. On your next inhalation, bend the knees, palms of the hands together in front of the chest. Shift the weight on the heels, and the wrists are aligned with the elbows. Chest is slightly lifted, and notice how the hips are aligned, how the knees are aligned. Inhale here, and then exhale, twist to the left, placing the right elbow behind the left knee. Using the contact of the right elbow and the left knee to twist the chest to the left a bit more. Gaze on the ceiling, left elbow is pointing up. And make sure that you're not shifting the right hip forward, so pull it gently to the back. On your next inhalation, come back through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow behind the right knee. Right elbow is pointing up. And again, shift the left hip to the back just slightly. If at any point this position becomes uncomfortable for the neck, you can look down towards the mat. On your next inhalation, come back through center. Inhale here. And exhale, extend the legs, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, start walking the hands forward. Find your plank. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward, shift the chest forward. Keep scooping the abs. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. And inhale, upward facing dog. Squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders to the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Meet the shape. Imagine that you could rip the mat apart, so the hands are pressing it forward, the heels to the back. Elbow creases are pointing towards each other. Inhale. And slow, long exhalation. One more inhalation here. As you exhale, walk the hands towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, belly towards the thighs, maintaining flat back. Inhale, one more time, make your way into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. And exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow behind the left knee. Option to stay here or lower the gaze to the mat and pull the right heel to the glute. Maybe extend the right leg, so it's like warrior three, but with the twist. So the hip bones are, the right hip bone is pointing down. One more inhalation, the left knee is bent. And then exhale, bend the right knee. And gently step the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, twist to the right. One more time, option to stay here or shift the weight on the right foot. Pull the left heel to the glute. If you're doing this variation, then the gaze is on the floor. And then maybe extend the left leg to the back. Find length through the left leg. Keep opening the chest. The right toes are grabbing the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the left knee. Gently step the left foot next to the right foot. On your next in-breath, come back through center. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, start walking the hands forward. Plank. Shift the chest forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to the breath. On your next inhalation, look to the front of the mat. Bend the knees and step or hop in between the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs. Inhale, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands drop to the mat. Step or hop to the back of the mat. If you are hopping, maybe straight into your chaturanga. So find your vinyasa flow. Pull the elbows towards the rib cage. Keep the chest open. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And one more time, settle into this shape. Hold. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, lift the right foot from the mat. One-legged downward facing dog. Bend the right knee. Pull the right knee to the chest. Shift the shoulders on top of the wrists. And step the right foot in between the hands. Immediately turn to the left long edge of the mat. Place the left hand on the right ankle. Keep the hips aligned, so don't allow one hip to drop, the other one lift. Twist only from the waist, opening the chest to the right fingers are reaching up. The toes should be slightly in, heels slightly out. And if this is too much, just keep the left hand under the left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. Then point the toes, the right toes to the right. Start bending the right knee as you externally rotate the left leg. Flex the left toes and guide the left side of the body towards the left thigh and the right hand towards the left foot. Gaze still on the ceiling. The right knee is pointing towards the left top corner of the mat. And if this is too much, then just stay in your Skandasana, meaning with the right knee bent, the left leg extended, but keeping the torso upright. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, lift the upper body and then lower the left hand to the front of the mat. Make your way into a supported lunge. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, start lifting the right hand. One more twist here. Twist the chest to the right kneecap is pointing forward, and exhale, lower the right hand to the mat. Sink even lower with the hips, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift the right foot, scoop the abs. Keep pulling the right knee to the chest, right thigh to the belly, open into a side plank on the left hand. Right arm is reaching up. Inhale. And exhale, big circular movement with the right hand. Keep pulling the right knee to the chest, rounding the back body. And then lower the right shin to the mat. Step the left shin to the mat. And exhale, sink back into your child's pose. As soon as you get there, inhale. Lift the upper body. And then lower the left hand to the left. Drop the right hip to the right. Inhale. Side body stretch. Guide the right arm above the head and to the left. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, come back through center. Arms above the head once again. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Tuck the toes under and make your way into a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Feel free to drop the knees if you feel like you're losing the form. Inhale, roll over toes, pull the shoulders to the back, and exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, lift the left foot from the mat. One-legged downward facing dog. Bend the left knee. And pull the left knee to the chest. Shift the shoulders on top of the wrists. Flex the left foot and step it gently to the space in between the hands and start turning to the right side of the mat. Either keeping the right hand under the right shoulder, toes slightly in, heels slightly out, or placing the right hand on the left ankle, extending the left arm above the head as you twist the chest to the left or to the front of the mat, or what it used to be, a front of the mat. And again, keep the hips aligned. Don't pull the right hip down. So we are again twisting only from the waist, not from the hips. And then point the left toes to the right top corner of the mat. Start bending the left knee. Sink the pelvis low. And then the right toes are pointing up. Guide the right side of the waist towards the right thigh. Reach with the left hand for the right foot. And again, if this is not available, Then don't worry about lowering the torso towards the right leg or the right side of the waist towards the right leg. Just sit upright in your Skandasana with the palms of the hands together or hands on the floor. Inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhalation, start lifting the upper body. Lower the left hand to the mat, the right hand to the mat. And then find your high lunge with the left knee pointing forward. Right hand stays on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the left hand. Twist to the left. Inhale here. And exhale, lower the left hand to the mat. Lift the left foot from the mat. And then drop the right heel to the right. Keep pulling the right side to the, left side to the belly. And then lift the left hand from the mat for a side plank. Gaze either on the floor or towards the left fingers. Inhale. And exhale, lower the left hand to the mat. Pull the left knee to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, step the left knee, left shin to the mat. The right knee and the right shin to the mat and sit back into your child's pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Drop the hips to the left, right hand to the right. Inhale, reach the left arm above the head. Find stretch for the left side of the body. Breathe in and breathe out. On your next inhalation, come back through center. Lower the hands to the mat, tuck the toes under. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stay with the breath. Keep pressing the hands to the mat. Keep lifting the hips to the back and up. The back is flat. One more inhalation here. And then as you exhale, start walking the hands towards the feet. If you need, you can place the blocks under the hands. We are going to shift the weight on the right foot and then lift the left leg so it's parallel to the mat. Flex the left foot and then think of pressing the thigh bone into a hip socket, the femur into a hip socket, and start lowering the left foot so it's just hovering above the mat. Keep pressing the left thigh bone up and then see if you can tap the left toes to the left wrist and then lift the left leg parallel to the mat. So I'm rounding the back body slightly, keeping space in between the belly and the right thigh. And again, lower. Tap the left toes to the left wrist and lift. Tap and lift. One more. Tap and lift. And then lower the left foot next to the right foot. Lift the right leg so it's parallel to the mat. Flex the right foot. And again, you are compressing the core, creating, closing the space in between the lower ribs and the hip bones, rounding the back body slightly. And then lower the right foot. Tap the right toes to the right wrist. And then lift, pressing the thigh bone into a hip socket. Tap and lift. Tap, scoop the abs and lift. One more. Tap and lift. And then lower the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, belly towards the thighs. You can place the hands on your ankles or grab to the big toes or slide the hands under the feet. Inhale one more time, halfway lift in desired variation, and exhale, belly towards the thighs, shifting the weight on the toes. You can always keep the knees bent, elongating the lower back, relaxing the neck. Breathe in and breathe out. And then release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift one more time. And exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Start walking the hands forward for a plank pose. Shift the chest forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, drop the knees to the mat, cross the ankles under the glutes, and make your way into a seated position on the mat. Extend the legs in front of you. With the hands next to the thighs, next to the knees, just press the fingertips to the mat and then close the rib cage, shortening the space in between the lower ribs and the hip bones. You can lean slightly to the back and then lift the left leg and lower. Lift the right leg and lower. Lift the left leg, lower. The right leg and lower. Keep the chest open. Left leg up, lower. Right leg up and lower. One more on each side. Lower. Lift the right leg and lower. Flex the feet. Long spine. Either sit on top of something to keep the hips elevated or stay as you are. You can also bend the knees slightly. Inhale, arms above the head, elongate the spine, and exhale, hinge from the hips. Keep pressing the heels forward. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs. Doesn't matter where the hands are, so maybe they are on the floor, maybe you are able to touch to the toes, but that's not the point of this position. So really focus on elongating the spine. And if you round the upper back, try to reverse it. Try to open the chest. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, slowly start lifting the upper body. And then bend the knees. Move forward on the mat so you have space around you. And then allow the knees to open, soles of the feet together. Now start walking the hands to the back, lower the forearms to the mat, and then make your way on your back into your Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. If you need some support under the knees, you can place the blocks underneath, or the pillows, the blankets. And hold this position. Slow down the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And now pull the knees together and pull the knees to the chest. Extend the legs slowly, making your way into Shavasana. Extend the arms to the sides or keep one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest as you did in a previous position. Or place the hands on the hips. Relax the body. Let everything slow down. Allow everything to soften and just allow yourself to stay here, present with the breath. Inhale and exhale. If you want to stay here longer, then please do. And if you feel ready to start bringing movements back to the body, maybe start by circling the wrists or moving the toes, moving the head, nodding it from side to side. Maybe give your body a big stretch on the mat or hug the knees to the chest. And either roll on the side into a fetal position or gently rock up. If you are still on the side, then press the hands to the mat, to the floor, and sit upright. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, the spine long, the face soft. And to finish the practice, we are going to do alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. So place the thumb next to the right nostril, hide the middle and index fingers, and place the ring finger next to the left nostril. Plug the right nostril. Inhale, left one. Plug the left nostril. Open the right one and exhale. Inhale, right nostril. Plug both of the nostrils and then open the left one, exhale. Inhale left. Plug both. Open the right one and exhale. Inhale right nostril. Plug the right one, open the left one and exhale. Inhale left one. Plug the left one, open the right one and exhale. Inhale right nostril. Plug the right one, open the left one and exhale. Inhale left one. Plug the left one, open the right one and exhale. Inhale left one, open the right one and exhale. Inhale left one, open the right one and exhale. Inhale right nostril. Plug the left one, open the right one and exhale. Inhale, right nostril. Plug the right one, open the left one, and exhale. And then release the hand on the thigh. Inhale through both nostrils. And exhale. You may place the palms of the hands together in front of the chest. Take a moment to thank yourself for this practice. And thank you. Thank you so much for joining me here for this class. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I love hearing from you. And see you in the next one.